Hello guys, this is Nedangaval here. Hope you're all doing well. Today we are starting a brand new Let's Play in Pharaoh, the New Era. This is a game originally published in 1999 by Sierra Studios. Yes, the same studios which brought some classics to us like Half-Life and SWAT. This game is basically Caesar but happening in 3000 BC. But we are playing the remastered version Pharaoh the New Era, released in 2023 with better graphics and updated UI with an amazing soundtrack remastered by just one guy who's also a fan of this game. And this game is available on Steam, and I would suggest you to wait till mid-July for some great offers. So let us not waste time and let's get into the game right away. So yes guys, let us get into the campaign mode, which we'll start by just clicking play here, and we'll create a family name which obviously is going to be called Nedangaval, and we need an avatar. Let's go with this guy. I hope this is a guy. Let's create a family and let us proceed. Now we have multiple options. I'm going to go with campaigns to relive the Egyptian history 4000 years ago, roughly in 3500 BC. There it is. Pre-dynastic period. Your family begins the pre-dynastic period, leading a small band of nomads through their discovery of the arts of civilization. Your leadership helps to set Egypt on its course to eventual greatness, still glimpsed only dimly. So we are starting at Nut and the riverbanks of Nile, as every civilization would. And we have a Red Sea, I hope, in the in the eastern part of the civilization, in the eastern part of, I think we are in the topmost corner of Egypt, and we have the sand dunes in the west. So we're just starting a small town in 3500 BC. So let's get into it. And the winning conditions, as you guys saw, it is 6 meager shanties. Let's hit play.
Welcome to ancient Egypt, land of the pharaohs. Here you'll participate in the history of one of the greatest civilizations the world has ever seen. In an epic story that spans more than 15 centuries and 24 generations. You must lead one family, generation by generation, from its earliest beginnings in Egyptian prehistory, through the dawn of civilization, to the establishment of a unique and powerful empire and beyond. Our story begins more than 5,000 years ago, along the banks of the Nile River in an area known as Nut. Here, a small confederacy of clans struggles to eke out an existence in the harsh environment. With you at its head, your family leads this small settlement.
Okay. So they have explained what we are going to do, and the mission is lost if your debt rises to negative in 5000 Debens. I think Debens is their currency name in ancient Egypt. We have to keep a close eye on the treasury, and we have to create 6 meager shanties, which are a little bit developed houses. So yeah, let's get into the game, and let's see. Humble beginnings, truly it is. So this is how we have to. I'm not going to do all the tutorials. I've already played this game a little bit a few days back so that I can get familiarized with the game mechanics. So we'll play the game and then explain as the game progresses. And let's see. Let me show you the graphic options which I have. I have kept it on all high, as you guys can see. This is the maximum frame rate we can go for my graphics card. So I think we are going to be fine. So I'm going to pause the game, and we have the usual buttons here for maximum speed, and we have all the user interfaces here. We have a beautiful map here, and in this map you can see there is a river here. Apparently we are in the west bank of Nile, I guess, and this is going to be a fertile land. As you guys can see, this has the delta deposits of delta soil, which is used for cultivation of crops, agriculture. And we have a well here, a groundwater source, fresh water, I guess. And what do we have here? We have some marshy lands here with some reeds. Okay, so let us minimize this, and these are going to be a staple food. These are ostriches, invisible to human eyes when they hide their heads in the sand. Yeah, and I think this is their spawn point, which is always in this shape. And we already have an ancient road here, and we have to make sure we keep this road as much as possible, because this road is needed for people to get in and people to get out. So let us start with the basics. Let me unpause the game. There it is. Let the ostriches start spawning. Good. Now let us start with housing. Let us put some plots in. Now this is going to be like a tutorial for the first game, and I think further the game progresses, we won't have to listen to these. And I guess we have to place a road for these guys. Yeah. The Kingdom Road. So this is exactly what I said. Look at that. People are getting in. Now there might be some parts of the gameplay where there will be no audios. That is because I got a copyright. That is why you didn't get any videos yesterday. We are a bit late on posting the new game start, new beginning. So if there is any cuts, I will try to add some fresh audio in the upcoming gameplays and upcoming recordings and edits. So I'll try to do that, but this video I already uploaded it and had to do the editing after uploading the video because of some copyright issues. So kindly bear with me. So we already have 200 inhabitants. I think these guys are going to be enough, and you guys can see they start as a hut which has a maximum capacity of 5 people, and then they slowly grow into crude hut. Basically they combine each other and they need access to water. Let's give them some water. Let us put 1, 2, 3 and 4, and immediately they develop into a sturdy hut. Basically this is how a village develops, isn't it? You start giving them some sources, amenities, slowly they'll develop. Now we are going to have a capacity for 250 people here, and look at that, people are still coming in. A husband, a wife and a kid. And I think they bring their own food initially, isn't it? I think so. And we have a huge unemployment is the most crucial part of this game. We should make sure there is less than 10% unemployment so that people stay happy and satisfied. Now we should start providing them food. So let us get into food and farming. The only option we have is to hunt. So let us place some hunting lodges right here, and you can see these green and red arrows. The purpose of these arrows is they have to be placed in a road. Now we have a predefined position, since this is a basic tutorial game. Look at that. Yeah. Once you place it, you'll see this guy. Let us click on him.
I'm the most popular person in the city. A lot of people need jobs.
Yeah. So this guy, I'm not going to try to butcher his name by spelling it. He's going into the city to employ some people, recruit some people for his hunting job. And there it is. We have to build a granary where the food is cultivated or hunted and then stored. So what I usually do is I usually place the granary right next to the hunting grounds. So it is quite short to travel. And granary will also need some people to start supplying food. And we need bazaars. So granary doesn't directly supply food to the huts. People don't go to the granary to buy it. Granary is like a warehouse. So we need a local bazaar. In India, in Indian language, bazaar literally means market. So from this bazaar, we distribute the food to all our citizens. There it is. So we are going to place it right here. And yeah, when it comes to roads, it is better to avoid crossroads because people can get confused. And I think to avoid that, we have a roadblock, right? Yeah, this will unlock. So if you put the road, there it is. So we have the roadblocks here. So once we place it here, so people who are wandering will not go in and around, people who have to, only the people who wants to cross this roadblock can. Others who are simply roaming around won't cross it. This will avoid waste of time. And look at that, we already have basic services like firehouse and architect's post. Firehouses prevents buildings from catching fire. The fire marshal can stop ongoing fires. So I think they are not restricted here. So let us place them in a central place. Wait a second, how do we do this? Yeah. There it is. This is the flat mode. If you are unable to see the position here, you can press F. So let us put a firehouse right here and also architect post next to him. And as you guys can see, this has not provided with a designated road. So let us provide it with a road and it will immediately update. Access to clean water. Now that the food and villages need access to clean water from water supply, which is much preferred over water wells from wells. Okay, I think once we provide this, I think we don't need the wells. I'm going to place it right next to the bazaar. And I think we'll slowly lose the purpose for these wells. But we'll see. And I think, yeah, we have already started hunting the meat. And initially I have kept the game settings to accept none in storeyards and granaries. But I'm gonna, so that I can manually do this. You'll understand why I'm doing this once the missions, progress. Look at that, they are hunting them. There it is. And this guy is going to carry and carve the ostrich and make it into meat. Look at that, yeah. And this meat will be sent to the granary. And from the granary, oh, look at that.
Well done. By filling your people's bellies with nourishing food and protecting their homes from fire and collapse, you have helped this fledgling civilization take its first step on the long road of history.
Okay, that was quick, isn't it? We just made a sturdy hut. I thought we need to go into a meager shanty. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we have a huge unemployment. We have some notifications. There it is. This is the objective, right?
Well,
apparently we won. Okay. So as I was saying, you will see this woman going
The bazaar needs some items and I'm going to get them.
To the granaries to just, there it is. She has some little guys carrying the food. And this will get into the bazaar and then it will be distributed to all the housings here. There it is. Now she is going to send
I do my best to give the people what they want.
The bazaar trader. And the more the food we provide, the faster the hut and the city grows. So yeah, this is going to be our first mission. I know this has been a very short mission. I was expecting at least 30-minute gameplay. And as you guys have been requesting me, I'm going to cut short and make crisp videos of 30 minutes of gameplay so that you guys can enjoy it. I know that Planet Zoo and Railway Empire 2 were sometimes 45 to 50 minutes long. So I'm going to keep Pharaoh the new era 30-minute long videos, and I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you guys come back to see more of Pharaoh in the next episode. Until then, this is Nedagaval signing off. Take care and stay tuned.